shade this. Should I shave this first? See what that looks like. Sure. Goodbye, Mr. Mustache.
Hello everyone! Today's my birthday, and a lot of things that happen on people's birthdays is that they get depressed because they had an expectation. Whether you expected more people to care about your birthday, or maybe you expected the day to be a little different than it went, I'm gonna tell you why you might have depression on your birthday. An example of an expectation would be buying these party popper things and expecting them to work. But when you buy an 8-pack of them, every single one of the 8 does not work. That could be a good expectation. I mean, you buy something, you expect it to work. But these expectations can be the main reason of your disappointments in almost any situation. And a lot of people will tell you that the way to fix this expectation or this disappointment would be to lower your expectations. But obviously if you lower your expectations, you might get scared when what actually was supposed to happen happened. Like that. Something we do as humans is if we don't know something, we will fill in the blanks with things that we do know. And that is one of our main points of ignorance, because we like to know everything. Me, for example, I love knowing everything. So if I don't know what something is, I will fill in the blanks to pretend like I know everything and kind of just come up with the best reasoning that I can. It's the reason why in science every theory that we find disproves the last one. Humans make a lot of decisions based on what other people are expecting. If you get a haircut, you might be a little anxious the next day because everyone is expecting you to look the same as you did yesterday, but you don't. You have this fresh cut. So you have a little bit of anxiety and you're like, oh no, everyone's expecting one thing, but I'm about to disappoint. So it's no doubt that this expectation thing that we have embedded in ourselves is very real. Another example would be your political opinion. If you have an opinion on something, your expectations for that something will be more solidified. If I'm pro-Trump, then I'm probably not gonna believe something that's anti-Trump. I will probably ask for proof, and my expectations will be a lot lower in that scenario. But if I'm a Democrat, I might believe something that's a little anti-Trump. And that's a very normal thing for humans to do. It's just how we work. How many sides does this cube have? I called it a cube, so you would say 6, because I told you that it was a cube. And your expectations of a cube is that it has 6 sides. But no, this is a piece of paper. And it only has 3 sides. But you told me something that you didn't know because you expected it regardless. That is the idea of expectations. Like I said before, a very normal thing. It makes us human, it makes us normal, it makes us smart even. But I still want you to find this sweet spot of how do I not get disappointed that there are 3 sides when I expected 6, even though I know there's 6. And that's the sweet spot that you need to find. The reason you're depressed on your birthday is not because the day was supposed to be special and it wasn't. It's because you expected something more than it actually was. You don't own this day. Someone told me today on my birthday that this day was mine. No, it wasn't. So many people were born on this day. It doesn't belong to me. So my expectations have to be a lot wider than the ones that people are giving me and telling me that I should be so happy today. Everything's so great today. It's just another day. Every day you get older, it's not one specific day where you just poop your way up to the age. It's just not how it works. Every day you progressively get older and your expectations should fit such. And I call this having infinite expectation. Humans obviously only have one perspective and it's their own. It's the person that's thinking or speaking or the one that's actually viewing something. But the smartest humans are the ones that can admit that their perspective is not the only one. For example, if you were blind, you wouldn't be able to see, obviously, and that would impair a lot of things. You wouldn't know what color was. You wouldn't even put into consideration what color is if you could not see. But someone who could see could never explain color to someone who could not. Imagine that even being able to see is such a small thing that changes our perspective so widely and gives us a variety of things that we couldn't even imagine. Now add one more sense and one more sense and just imagine an infinite amount of senses. There's so many things out there that you cannot witness and you have no perspective on. And admitting that to yourself will save you a lot of disappointment. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get any presents on my birthday. I don't know if anyone's gonna text me on my birthdays to say what's up. I don't know if I'm gonna fail that test or not. But even lowering your expectations is dangerous by saying, oh, I failed that test, thinking that later on you're gonna be so excited when you find out that you didn't. It's not true. You're just as disappointed if you find out that you didn't, because you're just lying to yourself. That's all it is. You're trying to trick your brain. And you might think it works, and maybe it does. But I promise you that lowering your expectations is not as helpful as just admitting that you just don't know as much as you do. Not everyone thinks about the lights and the camera and the microphone and the whole setup that I have here. Not many people think of it when they're looking at the camera. They're looking at their phones watching this video. But having infinite expectations means that you won't be surprised when you see something out of frame that just doesn't belong. So imagine that the world is your frame and everything that you see is within the frame. But there's so many things outside of it that you just can't comprehend or you just don't know about. And leaving infinite expectations means that you will not be disappointed when you find out that something comes into frame and you just didn't expect it. It's because you did not know that it was there. So accept it. That is when you can truly have joy and peace on your birthday without anything. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure to join my Discord link in bio, and I'll catch you guys later.